All praises to Haya Shura Haya Bashim Yeshaya Walker. This is Shabar Israel, and today I would like to speak about a prophetic dream and a prophetic vision that the Most High has shown me as of recently. Continuing on with part 2, this is the prophetic dream. Now, this actually happened first. Then he showed me the prophetic vision afterwards about Edom fighting against the judgment. And Hebrews and the church was just oblivious up there worshiping money. Wow, the judgment was taking place. You see that? Nevertheless, I appeared in the back part of this house, and I was outside where I always sit. And I was sitting with a woman. We were facing the south, and we were looking at the stars. And I said, see, there's a particular constellation, Aquila. It is known as the eagle. And I said, see it? And she said, no. I said, you have to look very closely because the stars had faded so much, but I can still make out what it was. And the Most High drew an outline of it so I can understand that it was the eagle. And after that, a space of time had passed. I knew this because we were shifting, and I can see that time was speeding up. So when that happened, we was placed toward the west. Okay. And then I looked up and I saw all the stars congregate, and they left and they went to the east like that. And then I was watching it, and then I stood up, and then I got up and I was analyzing everything. And all of a sudden the night was turning to day. And so when it did that, I walked to the fence or the gate of this house, and I saw a vehicle passed by, and I noticed that it pulled up in the yard of this house. I never saw this vehicle before in my life. And so when I went around, I saw 3 men. I knew 2 of the men by name, and there was a third man in the middle. So I addressed one of the men, and I said, hi, how you doing? What are y'all doing over here? But when I did that, the man in the middle reached over, and he said, nice to meet you. And I'm looking at him, and I was like, do I know you? And like that, it ended. So I received wisdom, instruction, and understanding concerning this. Now, the stars were fading in the south because the Most High tells time with the stars. That will put you at around the 10th or 11th hour. I believe the 11th hour, because it was almost to the southwest, but still remains in the south. It'll put you at the 10th, but you might as well say the 11th hour. And by the time they got through fading on the eagle, because the constellation concerning the eagle was present, is better known as Aquila, they had faded. And then time had speeded up because the Most High has sped up the judgment on the ruling party of this earth is the Holy Roman Edomite kingdom. You see that? The Roman eagle. And so he has speeded up the time, and the stars are going to fade on his rulership. You see that? His power that the Most High has given him. And so therefore the stars congregated from the west, the glory congregated from the west back to the east. And I'm going to explain why. Why is the glory returning back to the east? Well, the 3 men that I met, one was called Demetrius, and the other was called John. You see that? John, was a disciple of Christ. You see that? John the Baptist. I believe it was John the Baptist. I have no idea, but I'm assuming it was John the Baptist. Now, because Mary and Elizabeth were kin, so it was his kin people. So he was a Hebrew. You see that? And then you had Demetrius, whom was a Gentile. I believe he converted in the book of Acts. It doesn't say that per se, but if you read between the lines, he was a silversmith, I believe, for making statues of goddess of Diana. Yeah. So he converted, as is understood, to being a Christian. So you had Christ in the middle. The man in the middle was Christ. And he reached out and he told me, nice to meet you. Why? Because it's time to meet the Messiah. And this is why the stars congregated back to the east, because the glory is about to return back to the east. The Most High glorifying what? His name, his son's name, the mother, Wako Nashua Wak, Chokma, which is wisdom, and the righteous Malak, the angels, for their holy name's sake. And lastly, the children of Israel. You see that? This is what's getting ready to happen. You got Hebrews and Gentiles. You see that? Christ had brought forth Hebrews and Gentiles. Now do you understand? Afterwards, he showed me Edom fighting against his coming judgment. Because why? The Most High has sped up time on his kingdom, and the glory of the Most High is about to return back where? To Jerusalem. Why? Because it's the coming of the Messiah. You see that? So he summed it up with still judgment on Hebrews and Gentiles. Judgment must begin at the house of the Most High first. You see that? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? He was a Hebrew. You see that? Well, he is a Hebrew. He came from Hebrews, but he went on to become his own nation. But you have a remnant out there that he talks about. People don't think about that. There's still a remnant of Esau that has a bloodline connected back to the Hebrews. That's common sense. So, those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. Chicago will be the first of all, and Jamestown, Virginia, the last standing. For as lightning cometh out of the east and to the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. And the Most High's right hand that is exalted right now in the east. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. And for those who refuse to take part in the tree of life and drink from the fountains of living waters, let them be unjust still. And the bride say, come, and the Spirit say, come, and the wife say, come. Yeshua come, thy kingdom come. Amen.
On your journey, we were meant to be. Prestige, not a dream, but reality.